in Alberta. And basically we use 3 building blocks to do what we do. I meant to say I was also on the advisory committee. The 3 building blocks that we use as GFSA is 1, an asset-based community development approach, which encourages citizen ongoing participation, and we look at our communities as if they are a half-full glass. The second building block is using the 5 elements of something that's called the People's Food Policy, and have these to give you copies of, which is a national grassroots movement looking at how we address food security. And the third building block is something that was created by our own Albertans called the S.E.L.R. Lens. And S.E.L.R. stands for S is sustainable, E is equitable, L is local, and R is regenerative. And we use these lenses as we look at what we're doing around food. So sustainable means the way we grow, look after, harvest, and share our food, and that it stands the test of time. That's sustainability. Equitable means equity for both the grower and the eater. This means everyone, regardless of their means, has healthy food as close as possible to home, and that the providers of the food make a livable wage. L means local, as close as home as possible, and R means regenerative. It doesn't take away from our communities. In the food context, this means relationships between people and food, that connection, health and food, and people and their environment. It is from these building blocks, asset-based community development, the People's Food Policy, and the S.E.L.R. Lens, that we have offered our insights over the past months to the advisory committee. Fresh is a good start, yet we believe more work needs to be done. It is recommended as we further develop the strategy that we actively seek help from others who have experience. Toronto, Vancouver, Milwaukee, Chicago, Seattle, and others. They are the leaders. And we are leading the way in Alberta, and we need their help. So 3 key points I wish to share. Fresh must provide direction and indicate clearly the infrastructure that will be put in place to ensure equity for the producer and the eater. The strategy as it is will not bring food security to Edmontonians, whether a grower, producer, or an eater. We believe health, education, and social services must be part of the process, so potentially part of the Food Policy Council, where they were not part of the advisory committee. Urban farming is a significant economic driver. Fresh needs to reflect this, whether it is small plots within neighborhoods in the city or large contiguous land tracts near the city. There is a large body of data to vindicate the economic significance of urban farming. The strategy as it stands seems to indicate that urban farming is and can only be an incidental piece of the economy. The question of land use and ag lands in our city limits needs much more discussion. There is a serious need for a comprehensive cost-benefit analysis on these lands using data from the social and environmental and economic fields. We must future think about all the ag lands. It is befuddling that potentially much of the ag land in Edmonton city limits, southeast, southwest, and northeast, could be used for housing and commercial growth rather than local food production. Remember the potential of urban ag as an economic driver. In conclusion, Fresh is a good start, but we suggest the following. Rework and revise the strategies to show the vision of equity and the infrastructure that will be needed to achieve equity for eaters and food providers. 2, change the strategies to show urban farming as an economic driver. And 3, implement a comprehensive cost-benefit analysis on the ag lands. We conditionally support the strategy, and there needs to be more time to get the work done. Please join us at a conference next weekend, Powering Up Food for the Future, that's happening at NAIT, and we can continue this discussion with people from across the country and more people from Alberta. Thank you very much for your time, and look forward to what's going to happen next.
Jimo.